HarperCollins Publishers LLC is one of the world's largest publishing companies and is part of the Big Five English-language publishing companies, alongside Hachette, Holtzbrinck, Macmillan, Penguin Random House, and Simon & Schuster. The company is headquartered in New York City and is a subsidiary of News Corp. The company name is a combination of several publishing firm names. Harper & Row, an American publishing company acquired in 1987, whose own name was the result of an earlier merger of Harper & Brothers and Row, Peterson & Company, together with UK publishing company William Collins Sons, acquired in 1990. The worldwide CEO of HarperCollins is Brian Murray. HarperCollins has publishing groups in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and India. The company publishes many different imprints, both former independent publishing houses and new imprints. History: Collins Harper mergers and acquisitions. In 1989, Collins was bought by Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation, and the publisher was combined with Harper & Row, which News Corp had acquired 2 years earlier. In addition to the simplified and merged name, the logo for HarperCollins was derived from the torch logo for Harper & Row, and the fountain logo for Collins, which were combined into a stylized set of flames atop waves. In 1999, News Corporation purchased the Hearst Book Group, consisting of William Morrow & Company and Avon Books. These imprints are now published under the rubric of HarperCollins. HarperCollins bought educational publisher Letts and Lonsdale in March 2010. In 2011, HarperCollins announced they had agreed to acquire the publisher Thomas Nelson. The purchase was completed on July 11, 2012, with an announcement that Thomas Nelson would operate independently given the position it has in Christian book publishing. Both Thomas Nelson and Zondervan were then organized as imprints, or Keystone Publishing Programs, under a new division, HarperCollins Christian Publishing. Key roles in the reorganization were awarded to former Thomas Nelson executives. Management history: Brian Murray, the current CEO of HarperCollins, succeeded Jane Friedman, who was CEO from 1997 to 2008. Notable management figures include Lisa Sharkey, current Senior Vice President and Director of Creative Development, and Barry Winkleman from 1989 to 1994. United States v. Apple Inc. In April 2012, the United States Department of Justice filed United States v. Apple Inc., naming Apple, HarperCollins, and 4 other major publishers as defendants. The suit alleged that they conspired to fix prices for e-books and weaken Amazon's position in the market, in violation of antitrust law. In December 2013, a federal judge approved a settlement of the antitrust claims, in which HarperCollins and the other publishers paid into a fund that provided credits to customers who had overpaid for books due to the price-fixing U.S. warehouse closings. It was announced to employees privately and then later in the day on November 5, 2012, that HarperCollins was closing its remaining 2 U.S. warehouses, in order to merge shipping and warehousing operations with R. Donnelley in Indiana. The Scranton, Pennsylvania warehouse closed in September 2013 and a Nashville, Tennessee warehouse, under the name Thomas Nelson, in the winter of 2013. Several office positions and departments continued to work for HarperCollins in Scranton, but in a new location. The Scranton warehouse closing eliminated approximately 200 jobs, and the Nashville warehouse closing eliminated up to 500 jobs. HarperCollins previously closed 2 U.S. warehouses, one in Williamsport, PA in 2011 and another in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 2012. We have taken a long-term, global view of our print distribution and are committed to offering the broadest possible reach for our authors, said HarperCollins Chief Executive Brian Murray. According to Publishers Weekly, we are retooling the traditional distribution model to ensure we can competitively offer the entire HarperCollins catalog to customers regardless of location. Quote, company officials attribute the closings and mergers to the rapidly growing demand for e-book formats and the decline in print purchasing. Notable books. HarperCollins maintains the backlist of many of the books originally published by the many merged imprints. In addition to having picked up new authors since the merger, authors published originally by Harper include Mark Twain, the Bronte sisters and William Makepeace Thackeray. Authors published originally by Collins include H.G. Wells, Agatha Christie and J.R.R. Tolkien. This is a list of some of the more noted books and series published by HarperCollins and the various imprints and merged publishing houses. The Art of Loving, Eric Fromm. Master and Commander, Patrick O'Brien. The Leap, Horn and Chi books, Tony Hillerman. Collins English Dictionary, a major dictionary. Sharp series, Bernard Cornwell. Frida, a biography of Frida Kahlo. Hayden Herrera, adapted into the 2002 film Frida. Weaveworld, Clive Barker. The Paladin Poetry Series, Of Gravity and Amp Angels, Jane Hirschfield. The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. Subsequent novels in the Take Back Plenty series, Colin Greenland. The Language of the Genes, Steve Jones. The Gifts of the Body, Rebecca Brown. Microsurfs, Douglas Copeland. Thoughts, T. on Watkins. Shuka Saptatia. 70 Tales of the Parrot, a new translation from the Sanskrit by A. and D. Haxa. First They Killed My Father, A Daughter of Cambodia Remembers. Lounjung. Bel Canto, and Hachette. A Theory of Relativity, Jacqueline Mitchell. Recent volumes in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. American Gods, Neil Gaiman. Boonville, Robert Malaya Anderson. Quicksilver, Neil Stevenson. Don Quixote, a new translation by Edith Grossman. Acquainted with the Night, Christopher Dewdney. State of Fear, by Michael Crichton. Dark House, Alex Barkley. Anansi Boys, Neil Gaiman. The Hawk Kid, Elmore Leonard. Freaky Green Eyes, by Joyce Carol Oates. Next, Michael Crichton. Domicilium Decoratis, Kelly Wessler. ISBN 006-08979888. Pretty Little Liars, Sarah Shepard. Mr. Begone, Clive Barker. The Children of Huron, J.R.R. Tolkien. Loving Natalie, A Mother's Testament of Hope and Faith, Beth Holloway. The Rorschach Texts, Stephen Hall. The Family, The Secret Fundamentalism at the Heart of American Power, Jeff Charlotte. Going Rogue, An American Life, Sarah Palin. Solo, Rana Dasgupta. The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun, J.R.R. Tolkien. Pirate Latitudes, Michael Crichton. Wolf Hall, Hilary Mantel. Shattered, The True Story of a Mother's Love, a Husband's Betrayal, and a Cold-Blooded Texas Murder, Catherine Casey. Michael Crichton. The Dressmaker of Care Khana, Gail Zemick Lemon. A Shot at History, My Obsessive Journey to Olympic Gold by Abhinav Bindra. Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. Harper Children's Books. Children's book editor Ursula Nordstrom was the director of Harper's Department of Books for Boys and Girls from 1940 to 1973, overseeing the publication of classics such as Goodnight Moon, Where the Wild Things Are, The Giving Tree, Charlotte's Web, Beverly Cleary's series starring Ramona Quimby, and Harold and the Purple Crayon. They were the publishing home of Morris Sendak, Shel Silverstein, and Margaret Wise Brown. In 1998, Nordstrom's personal correspondence was published as Dear Genius, The Letters of Ursula Nordstrom, edited by by Charlotte Zolotow. Zolotow began her career as a stenographer to Nordstrom, became her protégé, and went on to write more than 80 books and edit hundreds of others, including Nordstrom's The Secret Language and the works of Paul Fleischman. Zolotow later became head of the children's books department, and went on to become the company's first female vice president. The Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis, while not originally published by a merged imprint of HarperCollins, were acquired by the publisher. HarperCollins has published the following notable children's books: the I Can Read series for beginning readers, including the Amelia Bedelia, Frog and Toad and Little Bear books. The Warriors series, a series of unfortunate events, Lemony Snicket, A Taste of Blackberries, Doris Buchanan Smith. Skullduggery Pleasant series, Derek Landy, Bart Simpson's Guide to Life. Love That Dog, Sharon Creech. The Giving Tree, Shel Silverstein. Where the Sidewalk Ends, Shel Silverstein. The Saga of Darren Shan Cirque du Freak manga series, Darren Shan and Takahiro Arai. The Dangerous Book for Boys, Conan Hal Eagleton. Sabriel Garth Nix. A Barrel of Laughs, A Veil of Tears, Jules Pfeiffer. Mr. God, This Is Anna Finn. The Little House on the Prairie series, Laura Ingalls Wilder. The Wolves in the Walls, Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean. Monster, Walter Dean Myers. Coraline, Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean. The Pretty Little Lies series, by Sarah Shepard. Surviving the Applewhites, Stephanie S. Tolan. Ruby Redfit, Lauren Child. Divergent, Veronica Roth. The School for Good and Evil, Soman Chainani. Imprints. HarperCollins has over 30 book imprints, most of which are based in the United States. Collins still exists as an imprint, chiefly for wildlife and natural history books, field guides, as well as English and bilingual dictionaries based on the Bank of English, a large corpus of contemporary English texts. On February 8, 2013, it was announced that some parts of the Collins non-fiction imprint would be merged with the Harper Press imprint to form the new William Collins imprint. HarperCollins imprints include current adult children HarperCollins children's books, Harper Festival, HarperTeen Impulse, Harper Trophy, Amistad Balza Plus Bray, Collins Green Willow Books, Catherine Tagan Books, Rayo Walden Pond Press, Christian Thomas Nelson Grupo Nelson Books, Tommy Nelson W Publishing Group, Westbauer Press, Zonda Van Bling, Editorial Vida Zonda Kids, Audio Harper Audio, Cadman or Audio Books, HarperCollins Children's Audio, Bureau HarperCollins Speakers Bureau, Digital HarperCollins eBooks, Defunct Business Strategy, Web Approach. In order to both boost book sales and reach the online market, HarperCollins has created a browsing feature on its website, whereby customers can read selected excerpts from books before purchasing. There are some concerns among publishers with this approach because they feel that the online books could be exploited by file sharing. In addition, excerpts of books are also available to mobile phone users. HarperCollins were first to market with an innovative approach to slush pillar management with the introduction of the Autonomy website. From 2009 to 2010, they operated Book Army, a social networking site. At the beginning of October 2013, the company announced a partnership with online digital library Scribd. The official statement revealed that the majority of the HarperCollins US and HarperCollins Christian catalogs will be available in Scribd's subscription service. Chantal Ristivaralesi, Chief Digital Officer at HarperCollins, explained to the media that the deal represents the first time that the publisher has released such a large portion of its catalog. Speakers Bureau. The HarperCollins Speakers Bureau is the first lecture agency to be created by a major publishing house. It was launched in May 2005 as a division of HarperCollins to book paid speaking engagements for the authors HarperCollins and its sister companies. Publish. Andrea Rosen is the director. Some of the notable authors the HCSB represents include Carol Alt, Dennis Lehane, Gregory Maguire, Danny Meyer, Mehmet Oz, Sidney Poitier, Ted Sorensen, and Kate White. Harper Studio. HarperCollins announced Harper Studio in 2008 as a new, experimental unit that will eliminate the traditional profit distributions to authors. The long-established author advances and bookseller returns has not proved to be very profitable to either the author or the publisher. The approach Harper Studio is now taking is to offer little or no advance, but instead to split the profit 50% with the author. The division was headed by Bob Miller, previously the founding publisher of Hyperion, the adult books division of the Walt Disney Company. Harper Studio folded in March 2010 after Miller left for Workman Publishing. HarperCollins India. HarperCollins India was started in 2003 as a joint venture between Living Media and HarperCollins. This combination makes HarperCollins India a major publisher in India. HarperCollins took full control of the venture at the end of 2012. Controversies. If I Did It was a book written by O.J. Simpson about his alleged murder of Nicole Simpson, which was planned as a HarperCollins title, and which attracted considerable controversy and a legal battle over publication. Ben Collins. In August 2010, the company became embroiled in a legal battle with the BBC after a book it was due to publish, later identified as the forthcoming autobiography of racing driver Ben Collins, revealed the identity of the Stig from Top Gear. In his blog, Top Gear executive producer Andy Willman accused HarperCollins of hoping to cash in on the BBC's intellectual property, describing the publishers as a bunch of chances. On September 1, the BBC's request for an injunction preventing the book from being published was turned down, effectively confirming the book's revelation that the Stig was indeed Collins. East and West. The company became embroiled in controversy in 1998 after it was revealed it blocked Chris Patton's book East and West after a direct intervention by the then CEO of News International, Rupert Murdoch. It was later revealed by Stuart Proffitt, the editor who had worked on the book for HarperCollins, that this intervention was designed to appease the Chinese authorities of whom the book was critical, as Murdoch intended to extend his business empire into China and did not wish to cause problems by allowing the book to be published. Murdoch's intervention caused both Proffitt's resignation from the company and outrage from international media outside of News International. Chris Patton later published with Macmillan Publishing, initially in America, where it carried the logo, the book that Rupert Murdoch refused to publish. After a successful legal campaign against HarperCollins, Patton went on to publish the book in the UK in September 1998 after accepting a sum of £500,000 and receiving an apology from Rupert Murdoch. E-books. In March 2011, HarperCollins announced it would distribute e-books to libraries with DRM enabled to delete the item after being lent 26 times. HarperCollins has drawn criticism of this plan, in particular its likening e-books, which are purely digital, to traditional paperback trade books, which were over time a mission of Israel from an atlas. In December 2014, the tablet reported that an atlas published for Middle East schools did not label Israel on a map of the Middle East. A representative for Collins, Bartholomew, a subsidiary of HarperCollins that specializes in maps, explained that including Israel would have been unacceptable to the customers in the Arab states of the Persian Gulf, and the omission was in line with local preferences. The company later apologized and destroyed all the books.